so today I want to talk about the surprising power of curiosity in education and how to use it. So curiosity is one of the most powerful tools we have in education. Here's how to harness it in your classroom. So we're going to talk today about curiosity in the classroom, but before we get there, I want to talk about how curiosity is the foundation of everything. We are born curious. I mean, think about that 2-year-old in the backseat of the car who has 1,001 questions for you. What is? What if? Why is? In fact, research shows that a child has about 400 questions a day. Here's the sad thing. The more educated we get, the less curious we become. So for us to better understand this, let me share with you the stages of curiosity and how they revolve around our ages. So we know that when we're first born, everybody's curious. As we grow up, the first stage really is our younger kids. They are super curious about really where they belong in life. So how do I fit? Where do I belong? And so their questions really revolve around who am I? Where am I? What am I doing here? As they grow up and they hit that kind of fourth grade, third grade, fifth grade kind of level, then they're more interested in the facts and the figures and the tell me why. What happens if? As we grow up and we get into that high school, we're more interested in what is my role in society? What is going to happen if? They're much more into the dissection of information, that critical thinking skills. It's all curiosity. They're very, very curious. They want to know more, but it is more of what's happening to me, what's happening around me, and what's going to happen to me. We have to capitalize on those different stages so we know what kind of questions to ask and we know what kind of questions they are asking. The more we know, the more we ask, the more curiosity will flourish and the more our students will be engaged and learning. And that's what's really key in our classrooms today. So curiosity changes. Education, though, starts saying, stop asking. Stop asking all those questions. How are we going to fix this solution? How are we going to make sure that why, that what if continues throughout K through 12? Let me give you some tips. Okay, hold on. I am super curious about something. What are you curious about when it comes to education and teaching? I would love to know. Put comments down below and I promise I will read every one of them. Okay, let's get back to the video. A great tip is to have a wonder wall. In your classroom, post a simple kind of a bulletin board, anything, and have students post ideas. I wonder, or what happens if? I know we are pressed for time in our curriculum. We can have students, when they're thinking about something, just post that up on a wall, and we can then say, well, great question, go research it. Or let's get back to that on Fridays. And maybe Fridays or Mondays become a I wonder day. And we can take time to go back and answer those questions. That way, one, we're heightening anticipation. And two, we're making sure that we're not squashing that curiosity, but giving kids time to research and ask and find out those questions on their own. Number two, let's take time to ask kids what they're curious about. If we can incorporate those things that they are wondering into our curriculum, we can ignite the sense of engagement to even higher and higher levels. So if we can bring in what children, teenagers, really wonder about and say, well, that's great. I know we need to do this research project. I know we need to do this social studies project. I know we need to do this science project. Let's talk about what you are most interested in. What are you curious about? What questions do you have? Let's go learn about that. Wow. How cool would that be if we did that in school back when we were in, I don't know, junior high? I would be way more interested in learning about those things. So bringing those curiosity, those facts, that information, man, magic will happen in your classroom and learning will just happen like fireworks. Hope this was so helpful to you. If you want to activate more curiosity in your classroom, you are going to love this free toolkit I have just for you. Scan this QR code and get ready to transform your teaching. See you in the next video.